taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Michigan State Spartans. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, time to get this game started. And the Spartans will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
I need to fucking shave.
And we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it's Peppers. Got the first down and still on his feet. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on
That's not what I was talking about, but okay.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little time. Fires to the right.
Damn, Square was wide open too.
Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting into the big fella tight end.
Catch in the middle, it's Randall. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Give to the running back.
I shouldn't see my receiver. I'm also lagging for some reason.
Defenses, they were right there as soon as he got
That's
the ball.
why.
Great team
That's not
defense
why.
on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's a hit. He's got it. He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up 4th down, and let's see what they do. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short?
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
Good play.
To the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Iowa.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now. can't stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the move. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the
Lucas? What do you do?
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it.
Oh.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there.
Well, I'm playing Madden in college now. In case I got to play that dude.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are. And so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complemented quarterback to this offense.
What are you streaming right now?
Nice play. It's impressive.
John?
Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some.
Okay, so it's sort of like my streams where it sounds like I'm a psychopath.
They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to control.
He works morning
if
shifts.
You don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the catch. It's called. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Tries to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Fires to the middle.
Okay, sweet. Make the fucking throw!
Looking for a big-time play.
Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again.
This is literally right on your head. How did you not attempt to catch that ball?
So open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
Okay, what the fuck just happened?
Able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I went right past his shoulder. He didn't even attempt to get the ball. Brother.
From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Randall. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on one time.
Lucas is in June.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's
June.
brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Wants to throw on first down.
Damn, I was on his ass too.
I'll tell you, when you got a tight end
It's
like
good-ass
this,
defense
it
for
makes
me.
it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Now the play fake. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And we've come to the the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He might want another play. They'll try to run for it. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Power football with the run.
Dude, I love this game.
And they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The green and white love that tough guy reputation, and they're getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, that's exactly who this program is. That's what they're built on. Every team you go back in the history of Michigan State, you're going to find a bell cow running back that you can feed.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. And the Spartans are on the move. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Tagged out of the air. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
This time they'll go to the running game. Hold down at the 29 after getting 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Motion from the back. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab. Got the conversion and still going. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Wide receiver going in motion. On the run, it's close. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
On third down, he drops the throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. He's loose down the middle. The 20. 10.
Big man touchdown.
Touchdown, Hawkeye. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. And the returner could find no
Ow! I just fucking destroyed my knee on my desk.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you can tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground.
What the fuck?
That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Man, so many guys in position, play after play to get this guy on the ground, but Palmer, he just refuses to go down and makes big plays.
And when you make plays like that, David, you're basically guaranteeing yourself more touches as this game goes on because the play caller now knows no matter what, you're going to make dudes miss and make me look good.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
I'm not surprised TikTok's a thing.
He's going to have to throw for it. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Connection to the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Throws for the tight end. Over the middle, it's Randall. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Hands it off. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Man, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get into the ground. That is a ball.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the snap.
Looking to throw for it. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster outside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws. With the catch, it's Randall. And the Spartans will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. He lands out. He's got it down the left side. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Absolute shank. Missed it. Couldn't find the range on the
Harsh.
field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they're still down by 21. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime buy. And the Hawkeyes will take it away to bring up the second half.
I might have fucked that up. I did.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they have a good resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your
Main
mind
reason why I'm not
right,
doing
ready to come
fucking
back to
Jimmy
this game.
Williams.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that end route.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll move the wide receiver. He wants to throw it again. Got it.
Ooh, what a move.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
When an offense starts to get inside the 5, defensively, I get more and more aggressive. I get closer and closer to my guy. I got to understand that ball comes out. It's tight windows. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't the hardest plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire.
What the fuck is going on?
Complete. This is some physical pass defense.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Peppers. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Peppers. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
He's looking deep. Gets it inside the 15. Touchdown, Hawkeye. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field to score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure.
It's true. I think for them to get back at this point now.
There's an alley on the left. He's at the top.
What the fuck?
And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Tackled there by the defense.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Going to the running game. Determined run gets it down to the 12.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the run. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Iowa! Quick strike through the air for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
No harder position to play in the ballgame than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Spartans in the hurry up.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Jones. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. While will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's caught. It's called. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most. There we go. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And the Spartans trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sparty. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that close,
Bro, how are they breaking the block so fast?
At the highest level for that defensive end.
The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Michigan State. Oh, that may be in, and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
This guy is a
Bro, I'm gonna lose this game because this game's ass.
second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, you continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the quick grab. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Coming out with it, it's Jones. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. To the air on first down. Finds his man in the middle. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back.
Hello.
Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, fires downfield.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Coastal Carolina. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Spartans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. He's moving out of the pocket. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays.
He puts a lot of air down the sideline. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can make it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Got it, looking for the first down. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. When a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season.